Hello everyone! Today I present you with the Burrow. It's simple, effective, strong, cheap, perfect for any casual solo player. And it holds a good few tricksy little secrets. Here, let's have a quick tour. Through the front door Right, it has... yeah, I forgot. So if you have someone coming over for a visit, don't forget... Alright, let's continue. The entrance floor holds a couple of large loot rooms and a large battery. Oh, where's the large battery? Well, this is an invisible large battery. Ah? Now back here we have our in-base oil refinery, as well as this innocuous little furnace room. And should you place a twig roof like this... Tricksy little hobbitses. Here's bunker number 1. And down here is the way to our 2x1 core. Let's tidy this up. Now up we go to the 3rd floor, where adjacent the master bedroom we have a large loot room and a locker. I mean, invisible locker. And finally, up top, a simple but effective roof setup gives us peaks all around the base. You know, to eliminate door camping. Now upkeep is very flexible, although optimally I think you should end up around this range. See, you have a small bunker you can HQM or a large one, it's up to you. And that's the Burrow. Now let me show you how to build it. But before we start, know that the build order is very important in this base. It has to be done exactly as shown and by the same order, or you may run into issues with the bunkers later on. And as always, I suggest first practicing on a reputable build server, my recommendation being Rusticated Sandbox, where you can find all of my published builds. And after you master it, you can put it to the test on the solo server that I admin, Enjoy Rust Solo EU. And with all that said, the Burrow, a simple solo base. Let's build it, shall we? We start with a basic start of wipe 2x1. But keep this door frame wood. And instead of a ceiling here, add a frame from the outside. And as soon as possible, close the top with another door. And now we take care of the bunkers. But first, right of the door, add this little compartment. Then a twig triangle followed by a square and 11 triangles out. Then add a square here aligned with the center of the base, clear all excess twig and build back with squares. Here you add a triangle, but it has to be placed correctly. Now let's check that it's good. Take out your hammer. If you see blue particles flowing from right to left, and or if you have these little stone textures in these positions, then it's perfect. And here we repeat the process. 11 triangles out, a square, clear out the excess, and back with squares. And the last square you need to deliberately try to attach to the twig side, like this. And to finalize the mechanism, a half wall here, a triangle shelf for the bunker, another half wall, and finally a triangle that must be placed from this position. Make sure to remove the twigs, this is actually an important step. And that's it, the bunkers are done. Excellent protection in the wood door stage. Now, the main 2x1 bunker can be opened and closed without issue, and that's because it has this safety frame to prevent you from accidentally connecting the triangle to the wrong tile and locking the bunker. The second bunker, however, does not. If it had one in the final build, it'd be extremely visible and highly suspicious. And so, every time you close it, deliberately attach the tile to here. And always check that it has below 12% stability before upgrading. Got it? By the way, the bunkers are actually connected right now, which is kinda pointless, so let's fix that. Get rid of this, and replace with a wall. Which, by the way, you have to be standing here when you place it. Doing it from this side will ruin the bunkers. So, there. And assuming the wipe goes well, it's now time for us to expand. We start by honeycombing the 2x1 on all sides. When you get to the back here, this is pretty much your last chance to add a shelf in the core if you don't have one already. And yes, you can place it through the wall. And in this section, upgrade these two walls and close them in before going on to finish the honeycomb. To close the second floor, start with 2 frames. If you have any issues with placement, try looking down like this. And close it all in. Very good. Now, inside, the way I prefer it is to have a large loot room here, a somewhat large loot room on the side, and here you can try one of my vending machine tricks. Link in the description for the video tutorial. I prefer a battery here myself, but you do you. And of course, double doors, later to be replaced with garage doors. Excellent. Now we add a refinery enclosure and the main entrance. But it's actually critical to first add this honeycomb section. And specifically this way, with the triangle attaching to this wall before closing. Getting this single triangle wrong can actually cause the bunkers to stop working. And you can't imagine how many tests I've run to work this one out. But anyway, same again on the other side. Now we add these foundations. Boiler room goes like this. This section we close in like so. And this is a good place for a turret or something, but never build on this socket. We need it clear for the bunker opening roof, yeah? And then the entrance I do like this. I kinda like the trap base aspect of it, but you can do an airlock if you want to. And we should now be looking like this, all ready for the 3rd floor. So first let's close it off. Now here we'll have a 2-triangle loot room. Then comes the invisible locker trick, again link in the description. And here be the master bedroom, to the left of which 2 doors take us to the roof. This we finish with a simple roof exit and some very basic peaks, just enough to ward off door campers. The main structure of the base is now complete, so let's move on to stage 2, where we go over upgrades and final honeycomb. Good? Okay, so about those upgrades. I wanted to make this base as flexible as I could. I know and sympathize with the plight of the solo. And so I don't want to be telling you it has to be like this or like that, but I will suggest a few things. Let's start with HQM. And the most important upgrade is the bunker stability mechanism, which you can access in whole from within the secondary bunker. You can also choose to upgrade this whole bunker, which will be very cheap. Or alternatively, you can armor the 2x1 core, which of course is a lot more expensive. That said, definitely upgrade the core 2x1 ceilings. And as for metal frags, Apart from the entrance, roof exit and peaks, I suggest to gradually upgrade all external tiles, starting from the bottom and going up. And inside, I'd upgrade pretty much every tile that isn't a window or double door frame. And lastly, to strengthen the core even more, add a layer of honeycomb like so. Alright, good job on the honeycomb. Now, what am I forgetting? Let's see. Oh, I like arranging the bunker like this. Looks a bit like you'd get stuck, but actually, it's great. If you don't know how to get this campfire here, the secret is campfire goes first. You could have a third bunker in the back if you understand the mechanism enough to do this. That's pretty effective. Oh, here's an idea for you, Facepunch, for next wipe. What? Compared to MLRS, this is a fucking 11 out of 10. Oh, if you're worried about getting raided and TC griefed, which, I mean, you should be, because, well, that happens all the time, then consider adding some external TCs. Those will prevent raiders from taking over your base. Unless, of course, you build it up really high, in which case raiders can place a TC beyond vertical range of the externals. So either don't build that high, or extend these external frames upwards so that their TC protection bubble extends all around the base. Of course, you could just chat out completely. Point is, the base, the Burrow, is done. Take it, use it, modify it, make it your own. And if you happen to like the style of this video and the cut of my jib, check out the rest of the channel. Lots of useful builds and tips, really tricksy stuff. And there's lots more on the way. Indeed, I do hope to see you again soon. But until then, goodbye for now, and blessed be.